everyone, my name is Alyssa and I'll be guiding you through a gentle yoga practice today. So for today's practice, we are going to incorporate some standing balancing postures. So if you want to situate your mat close by to a wall, or perhaps finding a chair, a steady chair, not one of those ones with wheels on it, you can go ahead and pause the video and get situated. It's always nice to have an extra prop when you're practicing. And we'll begin today's practice in a seated position, so always feeling free to take these seated postures in a chair. Otherwise, you can join me down on the mat. If you want to grab a block or a prop, go ahead. Just something to prop up your sit bones on, allowing your ankles to fall slightly below. And just go ahead and take a moment to get settled here. Maybe just gently rolling the shoulders up, back, and down, finding a nice tall spine. And we'll begin just tuning into the breath. So go ahead and softly close your eyes, or bringing the gaze gently down to the floor. And just start to let go of anything that went on with you today so far. Letting go of any to-do lists, worries or stresses. And just being here with the breath. Just noticing your breath. Just bringing your attention to the here and now. And see if you can start to balance out your inhalations and exhalations. Making sure you fully exhale before each inhale. And as we continue tuning into the breath, I want to invite in this idea of finding balance. So we practice yoga in physical postures of balance on the mat. But there's also many instances within our lives that we can find and strive for more balance. So sometimes we get a little unbalanced. We get fatigued and tired. We don't recognize when to slow down. So taking today to consider what you can do to find some more balance wherever you are. Let's take 3 deep breaths here, all together, wherever we're practicing. Go ahead and inhale through the nose. Exhale. Inhale. Sigh it out and exhale. One last full deep breath here. We'd like to set an intention for today's practice. Begin to draw your hands into your heart center, allowing your thumbs to rest on your sternum. Maybe you'd like to invite in a gratitude, prayer, dedication. Maybe that idea of balance resonated with you today. Whatever word or gratitude you'd like to invite in, take a moment to do so. And go ahead and seal your intention with a deep breath in. And sigh out through the mouth. Releasing the hands. Softly blinking open the eyes. And we'll begin today's practice. So go ahead and take any little adjustment you'd like to make as we find a seated posture that we'd like to be in as we warm up the neck, shoulders, and arms. Begin by inhaling and exhaling, rolling the shoulders back and down. Take a deep breath, look up and forward. Exhale, draw your chin around over top of your right shoulder. Breathe. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, draw your chin over your left shoulder, gaze goes long. And slowly draw your chin back to center. Inhale. Exhale, drop your chin down towards your chest, finding length in the back of the neck. Breathe. Inhale, slowly drawing your chin up, 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 continuing on, bringing your gaze up towards the ceiling. And exhale, bring your chin back to a neutral position. We're going to do some nose circles here, finding some movement in the neck. So inhale, slowly draw your nose up towards the ceiling. Exhale, slowly rotate your gaze out towards your left and down. Inhale as you rise up. Exhale, slowly falling down. Just finding a circular motion here with the breath. And next time you arrive with your gaze up, just rotate in the other direction. Exhaling as you draw your chin down. Inhaling as your gaze goes up and out. Then coming back with your gaze straight ahead. Maybe uncross the legs here, allowing them to Find a little shimmy side to side, loosening up the hips. And you're always welcome to change your seated posture. I'm going to take my cushion here between my ankles and knees. Wherever you are, just finding a nice tall spine for these postures. So we'll continue down from the neck to our shoulders. So inhale, roll your shoulders up towards your ears. Exhale, roll them back and down. Inhale, rolling your shoulders up. Exhale, let go back and down. And take a few shoulder movements here at your own pace. Maybe if you like, reversing the rotation, so it feels a little different this way. It's good, just balancing out, finding our different movements in the shoulders. And then do one final shoulder rotation, so you're inhaling up and back and down, reversing back to how we started. All right, let's warm up the arms and wrists next. So go ahead and just bring your arms facing your palms up towards the ceiling, and just kind of find this rotation as if you're lifting something up towards your face. Inhale, lift. Exhale, down. Now we're going to lift them back up towards our face and find some wrist rotations. Turn them out. Listening for any crackling sounds. I don't think my mic's picking mine up, but they're here. My wrists are cracking. And then go ahead and rotate in the other direction. And go ahead and release the wrist down. Interlace your fingers right in front of your sternum. You're going to inhale, draw your chest up and gaze up. Exhale, your fingers are interlaced. You're going to press your hands out and forward. Inhale, bring them back towards you. Switch the crossing so the opposite thumb's on top. Exhale, release them out and forward. Go ahead and do that once or twice, twice, evening it out on both sides with opposite thumbs at your own pace. And after you're even, go ahead and release the hands back down, perhaps adjusting your seated posture. We'll continue warming up the spine here and incorporating arm movements. So inhale, bring your arms up above your head. Exhale, release your left hand down beside your hip. Inhale and find further extension. Exhale, think up and over, reach to your left side with your right hand. Your gaze can be drawn down, facing your left hand. And just breathe here for a moment. And then inhale, slowly rising back up. Find extension. Exhale, release that hand back down beside you. We'll take that same movement on the other side here. So we're going to inhale, both arms go straight up above our head. Exhale, release your right hand down beside you. Inhale, find extension in that left arm. Exhale, think up and over, reaching to your right side. And then you can turn your gaze down, gazing towards your right fingertips. And breathe. And then inhale, extend that arm up, reach. Exhale and releasing it back down beside you. From here, you're going to inhale and just bring both arms out wide, shoulder width. A little too close to my wall here. And just breathe. Exhale and release them back down. Scoot over a little. Inhale, bringing both arms out. Exhale and release them back down. And continue experimenting with this for a moment. Inhaling up. Exhaling back down. Option to carry on with this, otherwise we're going to inhale. Exhale, you're going to bend your arms in, reaching your fingertips to your shoulders. Inhaling, coming back out, palms face down. Exhaling, flipping palms up, hands come to the shoulders. Inhaling, bringing the arms out. Exhaling, releasing the palms down to your sides. Just finding a little warm up in the arms. We'll transition to our spinal twist here, so if you want to cross your legs in the other direction, finding a nice tall spine. Go ahead and inhale, bring your arms up above your head. Exhale, you're going to bring your left hand to the outside of your right knee. Right arm will go behind you. Bring your gaze out to your right side. And breathe. And slowly releasing back to center. We'll take it on the opposite side. Inhale, bringing both arms up above the head. Exhale, bring your right hand to the outside of the left knee. Left hand goes behind, propping up the spine. Gaze goes out long. And breathe. And slowly release that back to center. We're going to set up for our seated cat-cows. So maybe just switching the cross of the legs or finding an adjusted posture here. And then meeting back in a seated position. Remember, for our cat-cows, starting off with a neutral, straight spine. Inhale, you're going to draw the chest forward, chin lifts. Exhale, imagine your navel drawing in towards your spine, chin tucks in. Inhale, bring your gaze out and up. Exhale, rounding through the spine, chin drops into the chest. Take a few cat-cows here at your own pace, remembering to exhale as you round. Maybe if you'd like, you can incorporate some arm movements, finding a little lift as you go forward and releasing as you go back. One more. And wherever you are, taking one last breath and meeting in an upright posture. So we move the spine in all its directions to start off practice. And today we are going to find some balance poses. So finding a way to make our way up to standing slowly. Always use the chair, the wall. And if you want to start up, rolling up slowly from a forward position. Just allowing the head to be the last to arrive. And once you arrive in a standing posture, make sure all your props are out of the way like me. Alright. So we're going to begin once you're settled in a mountain posture. So for mountain pose here, we're going to start from the foundation up so that we can really feel the pose. Always feel free to hang onto the wall here, or if you're standing beside a chair, so finding that support where you need it. So for mountain pose, considering your feet, you want to feel all four corners of your feet grounded down into the mat. So up by the ball of your toe and your heels anchored down. And you can test this out here by holding onto the wall and just gently seeing if you can lift your toes off the mat without rocking back. So experiment with that feeling for a moment. You can inhale as you peel your toes up off the mat. And exhale as you release them back down. Otherwise, just drawing your attention to the bottoms of the feet, noticing where they touch the mat. So wherever you are, releasing your toes down. Maybe find a slight bend in the knees. In mountain pose or any standing postures, we're always welcome to find a slight bend, never locking out the knees. Bring your awareness to your thighs. Are they engaged? Imagine that they're pulling up and your inner thighs are kind of facing up towards the ceiling. Checking in that your hips are over your knees. And feeling your sternum and chest are aiming up towards where the ceiling meets the wall, and gaze can follow. Feeling your neck in line with spine. And then releasing the hands out by your sides, palms facing forward. And just breathe here for a moment. You can softly close your eyes. But know that if your eyes close, you may have some trouble balancing here. So always welcome to find what's called a drishti, or something to softly gaze at that's not moving. That can help with your balance. So our mountain posture is a very solid foundational posture for balance. So one of those ways to experiment is like lifting the toes. And again, it's always nice to have a wall beside us while we're practicing. So from the mountain posture, we're going to take some stretches, and then we'll transition into some warrior postures here. So go ahead and inhale and bring your hands into heart center. Thumbs are resting along the sternum. Gaze can go up. Exhale. Now you're going to inhale and draw a straight line up through to center. Find both hands up above your head or wherever they land. Just always being mindful that your neck's in line with your spine here. Exhale, open your hands out. So maybe finding a wall with one hand. Inhale, extend that reached arm out. And then exhale, we're going to take kind of that side bend. So if you're finding a wall here, reaching your extended arm towards the wall. Or if you're mirroring me, reaching your left arm out and up. And breathe. Then inhale, coming back through to center. Exhale, releasing the arms down, maybe giving them a little shake, getting the blood flowing back to them. So if you want to switch sides to have the wall on your opposite side, go ahead and do so. I'm going to inhale and bring our hands back into heart center. Gaze goes up. And exhale. Inhale and draw a straight line up through the center. Arms go up above the head. And then exhale, opening the arms out, a big Y. And then you can release that first hand, that left hand down by your side or to the wall, wherever you're working. Inhale, find extension. And then exhale, reach up and over. And just breathe here for a moment. And keeping in mind your foundation, feeling really stable. Remembering you can take that slight bend in the knees always. And then inhale, slowly coming back up. Exhaling, releasing the hands down, giving them a little shake out. Getting that blood flowing back. Alright, so finding the wall here, we're going to experiment with some one foot postures before we do our warrior one. So with the wall as your guidance, or a chair, or if you're feeling good, you can take it in that regular way. So we're going to begin with our left foot here. So slowly start to bring your left foot just up to the toes. So you're in your foundation and mountain pose. You can feel all four corners of the feet and then slowly just draw your left foot up to its toes. And just breathe. And release it back down. We'll take that on the other side here. So inhale, slowly peel the heel off, coming up onto your right toes. And release. We're going to come back over to the left toes. So slowly peeling the left heel off the mat. And option to just stay here with the toes down. Otherwise, you can begin to just make ankle circles in one direction. Always using the wall or chair for support. And then taking ankle circles in the other direction. And then releasing that foot back down. And then finding your right foot here, coming back up onto the toes. You can stay here, come back to this position with your toes touching the earth. Or slowly pick up those toes and take the ankle circles in one direction. Pausing and then switching in the other direction. Did that one a little quickly. So maybe checking in that you're evened out. All right, and then releasing that back down. So we warmed up our ankles here, found some balance. We're going to do a warrior one posture with the option to use the wall. So with the wall beside you, and I'm going to show you from the side so you can see where I'm stepping. So you want the wall to be on either side of you, adjusting your mat as you like. Inhale, look forward. And finding your foundational mountain pose stance, just going to step your left leg forward, one big step. And then if you like to heel toe the feet, so they're kind of on railroad tracks here, they're a little wider. And then check in with your back toes and turn them out slightly to the corners of your mat. And then you're going to take a slight bend into your front knee. So we set up for warrior one. Perhaps your left knee is forward if you're mirroring me here, finding the wall for support. Anytime we're bending our knees, we're always making sure we can see our toes in front, that the knee is tracking. And we're going to do a little practice in the warrior one here. So you can inhale, bring your arms up above the head. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale, slowly release the arms. And from here, maybe bringing the fingertips behind you, interlacing them. We're going to inhale and bring that chest and gaze up. Exhale and release the gaze forward. Inhale, draw the chest and gaze up towards the ceiling. Exhaling, releasing the gaze forward. We'll do one more. Inhale, bringing the gaze and chest up. And then exhaling, releasing the gaze and releasing the fingertips. Hands can come down to the hips. Maybe finding the wall. Being mindful of that back leg, you're going to pick up your toes and turn them in slightly. Step that front leg back, finding yourself back in a mountain pose. So we'll go ahead and do this on the other side here, taking our warrior on the opposite side. So if you're mirroring me, beginning from mountain pose, go ahead and take a big step forward with your right leg, taking a glance down at your left, just turning the toes out slightly, and then taking a bend into that front knee, finding that your knee is stacked over your ankle here. So you should feel a stretch in your back calf, and your feet are apart like on railroad tracks here. So option is stay and just breathe into this warrior pose. Otherwise, you can join me in inhale, bringing your arms up above your head. And exhale. Inhale for length. And exhale, bring the arms out and down by your sides. Can interlace the fingertips behind you. You're going to inhale and draw your gaze and chest up towards the ceiling. Exhale, bringing the gaze and chest straight ahead. Inhale, gaze goes up. Exhale, releasing the gaze down. Inhaling, bring the gaze back up. Exhaling, releasing the gaze down, releasing the interlaced hands. Finding again your foundation, being mindful, turning your toes, your back toes straight, and then go ahead and step it back, coming back to a mountain pose. So Warrior One's a great posture to find some balance in. Before we get back down to the floor, we'll do one more balance pose here. So again, finding the foundation first, beginning in our mountain pose, checking in, ankles are under knees are under hips. Perhaps lifting all 10 toes, feeling the 4 corners of the feet anchored down. Inhaling, gaze and chest go up. Exhaling, palms face forward. We're going to come into a chair pose. So with a chair pose, we're going to inhale right into it. So if you're practicing in a chair, you're already there. You can just scoot to the edge. And you're going to inhale, bringing your thumbs up towards the ceiling. Palms are facing together. Sitting back into a chair. And just breathe. Again, you can use the wall for support, perhaps beside you or in front of you. Always peeking down that you can see both your toes in front of your knees. And we'll be here for 3, 2, 1, and release. Bring your hands so the palms are facing back forward for mountain pose. And draw the hands into heart center. Inhale. Exhale and release your hands back down. We're going to begin to transition down to the floor for our closing postures. When you get down to the floor, just grabbing any blocks or props you might want, pushing them off to the side, and meeting me in a seated position, knees facing up. We're going to extend one leg out and then the other, finding a staff pose. So your hands can be right beside you for support. And then just inhale, exhale, roll the shoulders back and down. So you can find a slight bend in the knees here if you'd like. You want to find a nice tall spine, tall neck. And just breathe. Option to inhale the arms up above your head. Exhale, we're going to take a fold forward gently so fingertips can come down beside your knees or ankles. You want to keep a nice tall spine and long neck here. Again, notice my knees are coming back up. It's okay. We want to find a stretch in the back. With practice, it's possible our legs can be straightened out as we fold. And just breathe. And then slowly coming back up to a staff pose once more. Inhale, chest draws up. Exhale, shoulders relax down. We're going to begin to transition down to the floor here. So option first to bring both soles of the feet down to the mat as you slowly roll down onto your back. Or perhaps extending one leg out long and then the other. So finding yourself here in this posture with the feet down to the floor. And we're going to heel toe our feet out to the edges of our mat here, allowing the knees to fall in towards the center. An option here to take your arms out to a T. Otherwise, you can leave your hands softly on the abdomen here. You're going to inhale. Exhale, allow your knees to fall out to the left. And maybe if you'd like to grab a cushion or something to catch your opposite knee, just kind of brings the floor up to you so you can find that twist in the spine. You don't want to be peeling up off the mat here. You want to have your back being down to the mat. Just finding a gentle twist in the lower spine. And just breathe. And relax. Maybe swallowing to releasing any tension in the jaw. And slowly bring your knees back up through the center. Inhaling when you arrive. And then exhaling, releasing your knees down to the opposite side. Just letting them fall. Again, you can bring a cushion under the side here. Maybe softly closing your eyes. And just breathe. Letting your mind just follow the breath. And slowly bringing your knees back up through the center. Heel toe your feet so they're back in line with your hips. We're going to take some circles with our knees, massage for the lower back. So you can bring your knees up in towards your chest, allow your palms to relax on top of the knees. And you're going to bend them in towards your chest. And then as if you're stirring a big pot, bring the knees out to the side. Extend the arms out long. Exhaling, the knees come in. Inhaling, the knees go out. Just finding a circular motion here. That feels good. Maybe taking the circles in the opposite direction. Just to balance out both sides. And then the next time you draw the knees in closer, bring your hands around your knees and just take a gentle rock side to side. Just massaging the spine. And then slowly releasing the legs down to the mat. From this posture, you're going to bring the soles of your feet together. We're going to take a bound angle pose, supine. Soles of your feet are matched up and your knees are drawing out to the side. Being mindful here of the lower back. And in this position, if you have blocks or a prop, you can always bring a cushion or block underneath your outer knees. Just helps to get into the posture a little more. You don't want to be pushing the knees down, but just like relaxing into this posture. Maybe bringing a hand to the heart and one to the stomach here. And just breathe. Allowing your hips to release. Letting go of the day. And if you're comfortable here in this posture, you're welcome to stay here for Shavasana, final resting pose. Otherwise, you can bring the knees back in together and then slowly bring one foot out and then the other. Allowing your toes to fall out to the edges of the mat. Allow your arms to fall down beside you and palms facing up to the ceiling. And just allow your head and neck to be heavy into the mat. And perhaps just tracing your awareness down the body, noticing where each point of contact with your body and the mat. And as you notice each of these points of contact, just seeing if you can perhaps release yourself a little deeper into each of these points of contact with the mat. Your mind wanders at all, just gently bring it back to the breath with each inhale. Sinking deeper into the mat with each exhale. You're welcome to stay here as long as you need today. Otherwise, you can begin bringing some movement to your fingers and toes, to your wrists and ankles. And slowly begin to draw one knee into the chest and then the other. Maybe just taking a gentle rock side to side. If it's comfortable for you, you can extend the right arm up long as you allow your knees to fall down to your right side. And just linger here for a moment. Taking these last few moments of peace and quiet. Taking this opportunity to balance out the breath. And slowly begin to make your way up to a seated position. Just taking your time to get here. No hurry. When you arrive, maybe softly closing the eyes, drawing your hands into heart center. Balance comes from listening to the guidance and wisdom of the inner voice. So trusting yourselves, knowing what your body needs to find balance in your lives. You set an intention for practice today. Go ahead and recall that intention. It's no longer serving you. You're welcome to let it go. You're welcome to set a new intention for the rest of your day. Go ahead and take one final deep breath to close out practice. Inhale through the nose. And sigh out through the mouth. Maybe join me in bringing your thumbs up to your forehead. May you be well, happy, and peaceful. I thank you all for joining me in practice today. Namaste.